Yes, we can. Yes, we did. Yes, we can.
How has Obama delivered on his last two campaigns' promises?
I have said repeatedly that I intend to close Guantanamo, and I will follow through on that.
Did he close Gitmo?
By the authority vested in me as president, Guantanamo will be closed no later than 1 year from now.
Although he had tough resistance from Congress, most of the prison's 242 detainees that he inherited got released without charges, while 41 still remain in the Cuban detentional facility. And Gitmo's still open, with no closure in sight.
And I put forth a plan for universal health care to cut the cost of health care more than any other candidate.
Well, how did he do with that? The Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, was signed into law March 23, 2010. It aimed to make sure all Americans had access to affordable health insurance. 23 million previously uninsured Americans are now covered because of the law, but the Republican-controlled House is currently in the process of dismantling the bill, with no replacement on the table. Obama did get his health care reform bill on the books, and even if it may not last, he gets a pass.
When I am president, we will wage the war that has to be won, getting out of Iraq and on the right battlefield in Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Did he? Obama made good on his promise to pull troops out of Iraq in 2011, but redeployed forces in 2014 to fight Daesh. And then in 2009...
It is in our vital national interest to send an additional 30,000 U.S. troops to Afghanistan.
While in the next sentence...
After 18 months, our troops will begin to come home.
However, as he leaves office, the war in Afghanistan has not ended, and 9,800 U.S. troops remain in the country. Obama did pull out of Iraq for a few years. It's not a total pass or fail, so call it kinda. During his inauguration, Obama restated his commitment to mend ties with the Islamic community.
To the Muslim world, we seek a new way forward, based on mutual interest and mutual respect.
But through an expansive drone war and other campaigns, his administration dropped at least 26,171 bombs in 2016 alone. That's an average of 3 bombs an hour, all on 7 Muslim-majority countries: Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, and Pakistan. That's a fail.
I will end Don't Ask, Don't Tell. That's my commitment to you.
His plan to end a ban on homosexuals openly serving in the U.S. Armed Forces was met with both praise and harsh criticism. But he finally managed to sign the Don't Ask, Don't Tell Repeal Act of 2010.
For we are not a nation that says, don't ask, don't tell.
The outgoing president promised sweeping immigration reform.
You can come out of the shadows and get right with the law.
Through the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, more than 665,000 undocumented immigrants who arrived in the U.S. before the age of 16 can now legally work, get in-state tuition for public universities, apply for a social security card, driver's license, and credit card. But Obama has also deported more people than any other president in history. Between 2009 and 2015, the so-called deporter-in-chief sent away more than 2.5 million people. And with the Supreme Court unable to make a decision on his long-stay immigration plan, nothing really got done. So when he says,
yes, we did,
we have to ask, did he?